Now, you might think that working with signal flow doesn't really matter when it comes to digital audio workstations, like it would with analog recording back in the day. However, it actually does. Sometimes it's a more subtle effect, sometimes it's more in your face, but it's still something that you need to pay attention to as a composer and music producer. So I have a quick example. This one will be subtle of how signal flow actually does affect the audio outcome in that chain of channels. So as you can see up at the top, I have this sample melody, just a loop coming from Apple stock loops, and I'll go ahead and turn off all of these channel effects and play the original audio for you. So I'm wanting to use a compressor, a stereo spreader, pitch correction, overdrive, and reverb to get this sort of vocal effect. And actually, I'll turn the pitch correction off real quick. So this is what that sounds like. Now, since they had a professional singer record this melody, obviously it doesn't really need pitch correction, but for this example, I think it's a good way to get this message across. So let's go ahead and turn this on. She's singing in the key of C, so I have this set to C, and I have the response time to 0 milliseconds, so that you can totally tell, that this plugin is on and working. So I'll have you listen to that real quick. You can hear that heart attack of the pitch corrector. Now, one thing when it comes to the signal flow is the relative placement of things like pitch correction and like a space design reverb plugin within that chain. Generally speaking, space design or reverb, sorry, and effects like overdrive, those things you're going to want to place after the pitch correction. Otherwise, you're going to have kind of this you might call it like audio artifacts that are being factored into that pitch correction, which make for a less clean corrected pitch. So let me go ahead and pull this pitch correction down after the overdrive and reverb, and I'll show you this, and you'll have to listen very closely, but it is there, and it's a subtle difference. So again, subtle, but that is one way that signal flow definitely matters within programs like Logic Pro. So be sure to mess around with signal flow, read about it, master this for any of your upcoming projects. It does matter.